Hey Southway, it's good to connect with you through our midweek video blog. And this week I'm actually getting to kick off a series that we're going to be doing, looking at the doctrine of redemption. What is redemption and what are its practical benefits to us? So I'm going to cover what that is and one of those benefits today. Redemption is the paying of a price to set someone free from slavery or bondage. And you see that all throughout the Bible. Two most notable instances. One is the Israelites being set free from slavery to Egypt, but then also Jesus Christ paying the ultimate price to set his people free from their sins. So redemption, this idea of being redeemed, being bought back at a price. If you want to know more about that, read Romans chapter 3, verses 23 and 24, Galatians chapter 3, verse 13, or Colossians chapter 1, just the whole chapter of Colossians 1. And you'll get a sense of the weightiness of what it means to be bought with a price. But one of the neat benefits that helps us to live the gospel out today of redemption is the idea of security. If I've been set free from the power and the penalty of my sin, what do I have to fear now? What do I have to worry about? If everything else is taken away from me, but yet I still have Jesus, that has to be enough for me. You see this security play out and something that happened to Peter and John in Acts chapter 4. Now, earlier in Acts chapter 3, Peter and John were at the temple and a guy was begging. And if you remember the story, Peter actually says, "Silver and gold I don't have, but what I do have I'll give to you. In the name of Jesus, rise up and walk." And the guy, just like that, gets up and walks. And there's a huge commotion and thousands of people respond to the gospel. And as a result, Peter and John are put in jail, and now they're before the high priest in the court. And they are told not to speak anymore in the name of Jesus, or else what? At the least, they'll be beaten. At the worst, they'll be put to death. I want to read how Peter and John, or how Peter exactly responds to this. Acts chapter 4, starting in verse 19. But Peter and John answered them, "Whether it is right in the sight of God to listen to you rather than to God, you must judge. For we cannot but speak of what we've seen and heard." In other words, what are they saying in 21st century language? Do what you want to do, but I'm not stopping. How did that happen? If we remember Peter, he was denying Jesus in the gospel accounts. And now here he is under the threat of severe beating or death, basically saying, "I don't care what you do to me." Where does that come from? Security he has in who saved him. So as we go about our day, Southway, so we go about our week, and we think, wow, I've been redeemed by God. That redemption leads to security. We're secure in him. Nothing or no one can take us out of his hand. And for that, we can be growing in gratitude and thankfulness.